This is the Pocket Monster Manual. I'm Willie Shambler, here with Raisin Bran,
Onion,
Shiny,
Onions,
and Specs.
Celebi.
We're talking about Celebi, most powerful vegetable of all time.
It is an onion. It's just a magical onion with wings. It doesn't even have wings, does it?
It does have wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have wings, yeah.
It's like a fairy. It looks like a fairy.
It is a fairy. It's an onion fairy.
Why isn't a fairy type then?
If you if you chopped a Celebi, would it make you cry?
No, because I have no empathy for the creatures. Do you think it tastes like an onion?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like a really potent one.
Do you think you could peel Celebi?
Yes.
Like while it was still alive?
I mean, yeah, but I don't think you should.
Maybe it sheds its skin.
I feel like that's bad karma.
Maybe, yeah.
Can travel through time as well.
Why can it travel through time? And does that really come up? Like, I know there's that Pokemon Forever is the film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which I think was actually the 5th Pokemon movie.
No, it was fourth.
No, because you got the original Pokemon movie, and you got Mewtwo's Revenge after that.
Mewtwo Strikes Back.
No, Mewtwo Strikes Back is the original Pokemon movie, and then there's like Revenge of Mewtwo after that, and then you've got you've got the one with Entei, and you've got the one with Lugia,
2000s,
and then you've got Pokemon Forever, which is the 5th Pokemon movie.
Anyway, yeah, it's a big plot point. It's got young Professor Oak in it.
And he has like a clockwork Pokeball he invented.
Yeah, he has a steampunk Pokeball that he uses. But I believe the time travel thing also comes up in one of the Pokemon Ranger games as well. It's quite a key point.
I haven't played Rangers, so I don't know. But I know it shows up in Explorers as well, and it like lets you time travel in that game. Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, Dark Sky. And also there is an event in Heart Gold Soul Silver where it like lets you time travel to the past.
Yes.
And you get to see like Giovanni.
Oh yeah, and that's when you find out that your rival was his son, isn't it?
Yeah. I like the idea of this thing. Like I like the idea of a time travel Pokemon, but like I don't look at this thing and think, oh yeah, that's the time travel Pokemon. It just looks like a fucking onion.
Had this one been designed like when we got to Gen 4, they probably would have gone more in depth on it, because I guess Dialga and Palkia are basically, like Dialga is time travel as well, isn't it? Or time control.
Yeah.
It's just time.
Yeah. So if it had been around in Gen 4 rather than Gen 2, they probably would have expanded on it in some way.
Yeah. I think they've gone pretty in depth with the whole time travel thing. I just don't really like its design that much. I feel like its design doesn't lend itself to what it is.
It looks like a Chow.
Yeah.
It does look like a Chow, yeah. It's very Nights into Dreams, Nightopian, or Chows from Sonic.
That's Sonic. Yeah, that's Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those big eyes.
Yeah. It feels very much like with this Dex, they tried very hard to copy what they did with the first Dex as well, and this thing's just Mew again. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, Mew is like such a big deal. It's very clear that like a lot of like mythicals kind of take inspiration from it, like these small like fairy like things. You got Mew and Celebi and Jirachi and Manaphy. They're all like these small.
The legendary setup is the same way. You have these like trio of big beasts that you can catch. They're like end bosses, and then you have this secret little fairy that's really hard to get.
Yeah.
Or impossible to get unless you go to one of the events.
Could you get Celebi in Gold and Silver or in Crystal?
Nope. I played those games to death. You can't.
They're an event.
Event only.
Oh yeah, they're an event because you have to have the GS ball in Crystal as well.
But when they re-released Crystal on the 3DS, like 3 years ago, they give you a GS ball so you can experience the event, which is pretty cool.
Oh, sick. That's cool. I didn't know that.
The shrine in the forest, what's that forest called? Ibex?
Ilex Forest.
Ilex.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought if I did something specific there that Celebi would appear. It was very much Mew under the truck kind of thing, but...
Yeah, it was one of those ones.
Yeah, and there's even some flavor text there, I think, or someone tells you that the shrine is to a mythical Pokemon, and you're like, well, that's got to be Celebi, so there must be some way to make it appear, but you just can't.
That's where you bring the GS ball, and that's where you fight it if you have the event.
When Celebi disappears deep in a forest, it is said to leave behind an egg it brought from the future. I have many questions.
What kind of egg?
Yeah, what kind of egg? What's in the egg?
Dippy?
Dippy.
Why did it bring the egg? It doesn't expand on this at all.
Okay, here's how it works. Right, Celebi is a time travel Pokemon. Celebi brings its own egg back in time so that it hatches at the correct moment in history for it to go forward to where it is now so that it can bring its own egg back in time again.
That's a paradox, isn't it?
It's fucked up.
That's cool. That should have been in the Pokedex.
Which came first, the Celebi or the egg? Haha.
Celebi exists in a closed loop where it's always bringing its own egg to the point of its birth.
It's always its own parent.
Yep.
Messed up if true. What is it that brings Onion dying Celebi back? I can't remember.
Ash crying.
Probably the power of friendship or some shit.
No, I think it's the power of friendship.
It usually is the power of friendship, isn't it?
It usually is. No, I think it's... So every iteration of Celebi from across all time, dimensions, comes to revive Celebi. That's how it works.
Oh, like the one?
Yeah. Is each Celebi from across time materializes in the sky and magically resurrects Celebi and brings it back to life.
That's very Bill and Ted logic, isn't it? Like, if any of those Celebi are from after this Celebi was about to die, then it doesn't make sense that they could come back and save it. So it's like Celebi just kind of remembered, if I get out of this situation, okay, I need to come back to this point in time and resurrect myself. Otherwise, I will die and I won't be able to come back in time and resurrect myself.
That's just how time travel is, boy.
So, one of the Pokedex entries that has made me slightly tickled is, this Pokemon wanders across time. Grass and trees flourish in the forests in which it appeared. Yeah, grass and trees flourish in all forests.
Maybe it flourishes more, because Celebi's there.
It would be a forest unless grass and trees flourished in it,
Cause and effect, Pokedex.
Oh, but that's another closed time loop, you see. It appears so that the forest can flourish, so that it can appear in the forest.
Apparently there was an interview in 2008 saying that Celebi was supposed to be used more in the story throughout the Johto series. I don't know if that means the games or just the anime, but it would have been cool if we saw more of it.
It was gonna send Ash back in time, and then Ash's mom, as a young woman, falls in love with him. And Ash has to get his mom back with Mr. Mime. so
he can be born.
There's a stable time loop and he is born.
No. Oh, God.